All right, so you may want a strap for today's class, although it's not necessary. We can modify if you don't have one. So find your way onto your back. Make sure you have your strap within reach because we'll use it here on the back before we start moving a little bit more. So once you have your prop, you can just lay back. Find a comfortable position here. And just bring your focus to your breath. We'll start with a counted breath today. So we'll inhale for 4, hold at the top, and exhale for 4, hold at the bottom. So we'll take one cycle of breath together, and then I'll start the count. So take an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. And then inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold at the top. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold at the bottom. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. And just take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth, let it go. And then reach the arms up by the ears, nice big stretch through the fingertips. And hug the knees towards the chest. Take a rock side to side. And then keep the right knee hugged in. Extend the left leg straight onto the mat. Let's just take a couple of breaths here with this knee hugged in. And then if you have a strap, you can take that strap around the ball of the right foot, extend that right leg up towards the ceiling. If you don't have this strap, hands can go just behind your right thigh here. And then listen carefully, keep your right leg where it is, bend into your left knee so the sole of the left foot comes to the mat. And then take a strap into your right hand. Your left arm can go out to a T. And then take the legs away from each other. So the right leg will go to the right, the left leg will go to the left, and I guess the left knee will go to the left. You'll spin onto the pinky toe edge of your left foot. It's like you're opening a book. And then just pause there, a couple breaths. And then just bring the legs back up to center. You can take your strap to the side for a moment. Hug the left knee and extend the right leg onto the mat. I'm just starting with this gentle hug of the knee. I like to ease into this Supta Padangusthasana where we put the strap around the foot. Personally, that just feels better for me, especially if I'm doing this in the morning. And then reach for your strap. Take that strap around the ball of the left foot and extend your left leg straight up. And once you find the position of the leg, just keep the focus on your breath here. So instead of worrying about exactly where your leg is and what it looks like, see if just focusing on the breath changes the sensation of the leg. Keep that left leg where it is, bend the right knee, sole of the right foot to the mat. Strap into the left hand, right arm to a T, and then take the legs away from each other. Left leg to the left, right knee to the right, and pause there. And then bring both legs back to center. You can take your strap off to the side and then just hug both knees towards your chest. Drop the feet down to the mat. Take them a little wider than the hips, arms to a T, and just windshield wiper the knees side to side. Nice little rock, starting to get some movement in the hips in a slightly different direction and a little rotation in the torso. And then next time the knees are to the right, we're just gonna take one breath there. So take an inhale and then exhale. And then bring the knees to center, drop them over to the left, inhale there. And exhale. And then bring the knees up to center, walk the feet hips distance apart, arms to a T, take a bridge pose, press into the feet, lift the hips up. And then lower the hips down to the mat, hug your knees towards your chest, and rock yourself up to a seated position. And once you're seated, take your legs out into a straddle, so straight and wide here. And then take a twist of your torso over to the right. Right hand can rest on the mat behind you. Left hand can go wherever's comfortable. It can go to the outside of that thigh. Maybe it's resting on the mat in front of that leg. And then your choice, you can stay right here with the torso upright, or you're just gonna take a gentle lean forward of the torso, maybe walking your hands down that leg a little bit, top of the shin or ankle. It's early, so you're probably not gonna touch your foot. You might not ever touch your foot. I could, but it wouldn't feel good this morning until I'm warmed up. So learning to listen to your body is helpful. Come back upright, twist over to the other side. So starting upright, twisting to the left here. And then if you'd like that little lean forward of the torso. Good morning, legs. And then come back upright. You can just take your feet over to the side and make your way up into tabletop. Once you're in tabletop, you have some time here just to do whatever feels good. Maybe some cat-cow or a little wiggle of the hips. And then we'll just be back in neutral in tabletop. Tuck your toes under if they're not tucked. We'll take one round of cat-cow together. So inhale, drop the belly, lengthen the chest forward, and exhale, round the spine up towards the ceiling. And then just come back to neutral in tabletop, toes still tucked, and then take your hips back to your heels for a modified child's pose. So you can stay a little more upright, if that's the right word. You can drop to forearms if that feels good. And then come back up, untuck the toes, a little alternating tap of the feet. And then big toes together, hips to heels, traditional child's pose. Take some breaths here. And make your way up through tabletop, tuck your toes, lift your hips. First downward facing dog, just find some movement in this down dog. And then gently walk your feet forward to your hands. We'll take ragdoll here, reaching hands for opposite elbows, and you're standing forward fold, taking a little sway side to side. And then release your hands down to the mat. On your inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen the chest. And exhale, fold all the way back forward. Inhale all the way to standing, reach the arms up. And exhale, hands down to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway, hands to shins. And exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Take an inhale there. And exhale, drop your knees lower to your belly. Inhale, lift head and shoulders for cobra. Exhale, lower back down, press through tabletop, downward facing dog. And in this down dog, bend your right knee, keep your left leg straight and press the left heel down to the mat. And then change sides, bend the left knee, straighten the right leg, press the right heel actively down. And then both legs to your down dog, either straight or maybe a little bend to the knees. And walk your feet forward to your hands, forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up to standing. And exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, right foot back for a lunge. Inhale, straighten the left leg any amount. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Hold the lunge for your inhale. And exhale, plant the hands, step to downward facing dog. Inhale and down dog. And exhale. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, straighten the leg, square off the hip. Exhale, foot between the hands, back knee down. Inhale, arms by the ears, watch your palms touch. Exhale, hands frame the foot, back foot forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, all the way up to standing. Exhale, cactus your arms, little back bend. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, left foot back for a lunge. Inhale, straighten your right leg any amount. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, last one. Exhale, bend. Hold your lunge, inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale and down dog. And exhale. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, straighten the legs, square off the hip. Exhale, foot between the hands, back knee down. Inhale, arms by the ears, palms touch. Exhale, hands between the foot, back foot forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, cactus your arms, little back bend. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Take an inhale there. Exhale, lower to your belly. Take your arms by your sides, spin your palms down. Inhale, lift everything up for locust. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, back up. Exhale, down. One more. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Slide the hands by the sides of the rib cage. Press through tabletop. Downward facing dog. You have some breaths in your down dogs. Just take some time there. And take your right leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands, spin the back heel down, come up into warrior two. And then straighten the right leg, start to reach forward, hinge into your triangle pose, reach the left arm up. And then come back up to your warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down to frame your right foot for a lunge. Walk your hands to the left halfway. Spin your feet parallel. Standing wide-legged forward fold. Just a couple breaths here. And then from there, let's just go straight to the second side. So walk your hands to the left. So you're framing your back foot for a lunge. Spin your back heel down, come up into warrior two. You're facing the back of the mat in your warrior two. And then straighten your left leg, reach forward, hinge into triangle pose. And then back up to your warrior two. Hands frame your left foot for a lunge. Let's walk the hands all the way to the front of the mat. So to the right, frame your right foot for a lunge. Step to downward facing dog. You should be in down dog in your regular position. And then walk your hands and your feet towards each other. Forward fold at the center of the mat. Excuse me. Walk your feet a little wider than the hips. Spin your heels in, toes out, and bend the knees, hips to heels, come into Malasana squat. And then hands to the mat, straighten the legs, lift the hips. Walk the feet hips distance and parallel. Let the head hang forward fold just for a breath here. And then inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. And exhale, hands down to the heart. And hug your right knee toward your chest, hands behind the thigh or around the shin. If you want, right peace sign fingers will go to the right big toe, left hand to hip, and you can extend that leg forward. And then take that leg over to the side, to the right. If the leg is bent, you can have the hands at the inner thigh. And then bring the leg back forward. Keep the leg wherever it is. Take your arms by your ears. One breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Lower the foot down to the mat. Lower the arms. Give yourself a quick little shake. And we'll head to the other side. So hands, I don't know, to heart. I don't remember how we started. That works. And then hug your left knee in towards your chest. Hands behind the thigh or around the shin. Maybe peace sign fingers to big toe. Extend that left leg forward. Right hand to hip. I'm going to take that leg over to the left. Nice steady breath here. And then bring that leg back forward, arms up by the ears. One breath here, inhale. And exhale. Lower the foot, lower the arms, give yourself a little shake. And then step yourself up to the front of your mat, coming to mountain pose at the very top of your mat. And then take an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, take a little back bend. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold all the way forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step back to plank. Take an inhale there. And exhale, lower all the way to your belly. This time slide your forearms forward for Sphinx pose, elbows under shoulders. And then lower the head and the shoulders to the mat, slide the hands by the sides of the rib cage. Press it to tabletop. Take 3 rounds of cat-cow here with your own cycle of breath. And after you take your 3rd exhale, we'll meet in child's pose. And then from child's pose, come up to tabletop, just so you can make your way to a seated position. Once you're seated, you can interlace the fingers behind the back, take the hands over to the right side of the waist, and then take the right ear to the right shoulder. And then bring the head to neutral, hands to the left side of the waist, left ear, left shoulder. And then bring the head to neutral, release that, just take your hands to your knees, see some shoulder rolls up and back. Well, that feels nice. And then opposite direction. And then from there, make your way on to your back. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Take a little rock side to side. And then keep the knees bent, drop the feet to the mat and roll off to your right side. I might look like I'm opposite, but we're on the right side. So you'll rest your head on your right arm. Legs are straight out. You can use your left hand in front of you for a little support to start. And then you're gonna bend your left knee, pull your left heel in towards your body and take your left hand to the top of the left foot. So we're doing a little quad stretch here. If you feel really unsteady, there's a little bit of core work involved to not roll forward or back. You could do this on your belly with the heel pulled in too. For some reason, that feels way more intense for me. And then just slowly release that. Roll onto your back so you can make your way onto your left side. Use your left arm as a pillow. And then bend the right knee, right hand to top of right foot. And then release that foot, make your way onto your back again. We'll take one bridge pose here. So knees bent, feet hips distance apart, arms by the side, press into the feet, lift the hips and pause there. And then lower the hips down, feet wider than the hips, arms to a T. Windshield wiper the knees side to side like we did in the beginning. And then next time the knees are to the right, pause there. If you like this time, left arm by the ear, you can let that left arm relax down to the mat behind you. And then left arm back to a T, knees up through center, take them over to the left. Maybe the right arm goes up by the ear. And then right arm to a T, bring the knees to center, just hug them in towards the chest, maybe take a happy baby. And then if you're in happy baby, hug your knees back in and give yourself a squeeze. And then you have two choices for Shavasana today. So you can just be flat on your back if that's comfortable. Might feel nice to do a gentle little back bend because we did a lot of forward folding. So if you want to come up to seated so you can set up some blocks, you can do that. So if you want to take the back bend, first block low, second block medium. You'll take the first block under the rib cage and the second block beneath the head. Make sure that if you're taking this option, you take the time to really feel supported. And if you lean back and you don't like it, just remove the blocks, come on to your back. And just allow the rib cage and the head to be heavy. Relax the muscles of the forehead, the muscles around the eyes, the cheeks, the jaw, and the neck and the shoulders, just letting everything melt down towards the mat. And start to deepen your breath a little bit. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle your ankles and wrists. Reach your arms up by your ears. And then wherever you are, you're going to carefully roll off to your side. So if you're on blocks, maybe you want to lift up first and then roll into the fetal position on one side. Just pause there, check in, notice how you're feeling. And then use your top hand to press yourself all the way up, comfortable seated position. Eyes closed, hands at the heart. One of my favorite yoga quotes, I have many of them, and I'm sure some of you have heard it before, but it says, remember, it doesn't matter how deep into a posture you go. What does matter is who you are when you get there. Thank you for joining me. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.